Hey, a bit of mucking around this morning, but the next thing to do is to start filling these up and getting them ready to go. Ripper. So having put the taps on the other ones yesterday, I decided that it was appropriate to put the tap on this one too, and because it's already got gravel and mulch and wood chip and paper in it there, it was a bit of mucking around, but managed to get the tap on, so that one's complete too. And next I'm going to come over here, I'm going to get some of this gravel from the concrete operation and just get a small bucket full, probably use about maybe half or a whole bucket, and get them around those holes in the centre to act as a bit of a filter system so the holes don't get clogged up. Got about half a bucket, a bit more than half a bucket of the blue metal here, and I'm just going to and get it around the centre. So then I'm going to use this spade sort of thing just to move the rocks in around the centre, get them in all over those holes. They don't need to be around the outside. That little bit of glue that I've used there to gam up them holes is all set and then cured now. That's good. Get these around the holes, and that'll just help with the drainage, so those holes won't get clogged up so easily. So the system will run nice and smoothly and run for longer, hopefully forever. Because these systems are actually on little wheels, I don't just want to stick them on the mulch where they won't really be used to their full potential, and also because they've got the little garden holes all the way around it, so it's handy if sometimes you can spin it around so all of the little garden sections, all the little plants get some sun. So I've just found a scrap piece of chipboard here with some melamine on it, and I'm just going to quickly make sure it's level it out, and that'll just be an added extra feature, so you can actually spin it, and it just shows off the fact that these little systems are on wheels. Ripper. And next I'm just going to scrape off a bit of the wood chip stuff, the more chunky stuff on the top here, and that'll act as another barrier, an organic barrier to help with the drainage of the systems so they don't get all silted up and clogged up very quickly. Nice chunky stuff there, nice chunky woody stuff, going for all these good big chunks, and that'll really help too. Ripper. So basically I'll just chuck this bucket of wood chip just straight on top, and it doesn't need to be too fancy or anything. Probably need another one there, get a couple of them in, and then I can start filling it. We got Brandon's shredding boxes crew. Here's Brandon. Hey Brandon, you got your own business going there. He's got his own business going there. He drives around using his shredder boxes, shredding all this paper, bulk paper there, and even makes paper mache art with it, and you know, giving it here to Fern to use in the worm farm. Now I'm just going to grab a bag full here because I need it for the barrel there, the vertical worm farm garden. But I've got to tell you, and I've got to warn you, do not let your community garden centre turn into a junkyard, because you know people have really got this insane habit of bringing heaps of junk to their community garden centre. Now if you want to start a recycling centre, start a recycling centre, but in the meantime we're just going to get that paper in the bucket here and get that in the barrel, tear it open, and in she goes. Nothing too fancy. Alrighty, get back to you on what I'm talking about not turning your community garden centre into a junkyard. Junkyards, you got tip shops. Do you want a garden centre or do you want a tip shop? You want a recycling centre. So already got a few cubic metres of shredded paper not being used, all stacked up. So you know, don't do that at home, eh? Anyway, it's a good job I'm here because what I'll get everyone to do is to lay out all that shredded paper all over that area there. Then that massive pile of cardboard. See, you know, that's out of control too. Just, you know, junk amassing, turning into chaos. So we'll get that cardboard on top as well. And then that's called sheet mulching. That should kill the grass and start turning it into a garden. And so it's actually killing multiple birds with one stone, as the saying was. And it'll turn it into a garden, worm farm, clean up the grass, do a whole heap of things. So yeah, keep you posted on that ripper. Yeah, so don't crucify me for giving a damn, but this is not a garden centre. Freaking junkyard, and a really poorly kept one at that, you know. I mean, this stuff, that's seriously useless. That can't be used for anything, so don't get carried away, folks, and don't start amassing materials. There's, you know, mountains of materials in the universe. Just get what you need when you need it, right? You know, what you certainly don't need is that. Got it? Alright. See, all the way over there is the kitchen, and tucked away in this little shed here is the little worm farm, so we're going to have to do something about that. I mean, it's just inefficient. Permaculture aside, it's just downright inefficient. So I'll talk to Simon about that. Get some worm farms out the back of the kitchen, eh? Okay, all of that area where those bits of boat were yesterday, it's all been cleaned up. The big fence, all the rubbish taken away, thanks to the Department of Corrective Services. So, correct. Good work. Well done. Fantastic. And the split level aquaponics, starting to fill it up. We've got a good cover here, really good cover that someone left laying around, more junk. And you've got to have all your waterways, you've got to have them child safe. You don't want any kiddies drowning. So it's a really good cover because it fits really good. I'll be able to cut it to size, and you can see the fish really easily. No kiddies can fall in and drown, and it's going to be easy to feed them. So just kind of testing the tubs out, really, make sure they're all watertight and water sealed. You know, I've got that little pipe there for the moment, but you can see it's leaking there, so I'll have to come up with something to fix that up. But we got heaps of Hydroton here, the expanded clay, and it's coming along nicely. Ripper.